Power rankings heading into week 2 has come out, and of course the Arizona Cardinals are getting their usual disrespect all across the board. Let's go and dive right into why everybody has this narrative that the Arizona Cardinals are the worst team in the NFL. Let's dive right into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. Follow me on all my social platforms. Everything will be in the description below. But first, a word from our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you are a fan of fantasy football or fantasy any sports, this is probably one of the best apps to do so. They have so many different fantasy leagues going on daily, weekly. Any chance you want to build the best roster and try to win yourself some money, Underdog Fantasy is the best place to do so. Right now, if you use promo code AZSF, it will match your deposit up to $100. Download the app today and try to win yourself some money, but please gamble responsibly. Alright, everybody, let's go and dive right into it. Let's talk about the latest power rankings heading into week 2 of the NFL season. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you right now, it is an absolute disrespect fest for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, although we came out and put a valiant effort on defense and only lost by 4 points, there's a lot of national media out there, as well as a lot of outlets saying that the Cardinals are still the worst in the power rankings right now. Usually, I don't pay too much attention to these power rankings because it's very subjective to whoever's doing these power rankings, right? But I found at least 4 to 5 to 6 different power rankings that came out heading into week 2, and the Cardinals are right smack down at the end, right? If not the end, they're sitting at the number 31 spot. And it's absolutely crazy to me, right? We had teams that lost this last week, right? We had more teams than just the Arizona Cardinals losing this last week, right? There's 32 teams in the NFL. That means that 16 other teams lost, but no, it doesn't matter how the Arizona Cardinals, it's a matter of what the national perspective out there is saying, and it's saying that we're tanking still, right? Now, as of right now, the New York Giants, which is going to be the team we're going to be playing this coming week in week 2, which got absolutely blown out by the Dallas Cowboys, they're sitting in 17, right? In the PFF power rankings heading into week 2, they're sitting at number 17. And where are the Arizona Cardinals? Right down at the very end, sitting at number 32. And they have it in quotes or brackets saying no change. Like, it's absolutely crazy to me that the Arizona Cardinals can come out here and give their full effort and actually fight out there and look like a competent team on the defensive side of the ball, but still listed as one of the worst teams in the NFL, right? And this is worse than the Houston Texans. Like, that's very, very absolutely telling, right? Let's continue to look into these other power rankings. Now, PFF has absolutely disrespected us. I don't know who uses PFF. I don't like using them because, like I said, it's subjective and they don't care too much for the Cardinals, right? Let's look at ESPN, what their power rankings looks like and where do they have the Arizona Cardinals at. Let's keep going down. Of course, number 32, there we are, at the very, very end, number 32. Nothing seems to have changed right there, and of course, number 31 seems to be the Texans. Let's move over to the NFL Network. Let's see what they have the Arizona Cardinals at, and they got us at number 32. And of course, number 31, it seems to be the Houston Texans. I just think this narrative is getting absolutely wild right now, where it doesn't matter if the Arizona Cardinals are in a close game, right? It doesn't matter if the Arizona Cardinals actually fought. If they are 0-1, it doesn't matter. Now, I truly think that even if the Arizona Cardinals come out here and shock the world and beat the Giants, we're probably going to move 1 spot or 2 spots in this power ranking, right? Because most people automatically are seeing this Cardinal team as the worst NFL team heading into the 2023 season. Now, I did happen to come across one website, TWSN. Don't really know too much about them, but hallelujah, they have us at number 31. So that's probably the best ranking that I've seen so far for the Arizona Cardinals. And of course, number 32 happens to be the Texans. So it happens to be kind of like that 1A, 1B type of thing, where the Cardinals are either the last or they're number 31 and the Texans are shortly after that. So it's absolutely crazy, y'all. We are kind of living in the world right now where nobody is believing in this team. But here's the thing, like, I actually seen some really good things in week 1 versus the Commanders. I've seen some really good things, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Now, I don't 100% agree with the idea of, continue to allow Josh Dobbs to come out here. But hey, it's a decision of the Arizona Cardinals. We're going to roll with it, right? We're going to see what he does. Obviously, he only started with this with less than 2 weeks under his belt, and he's done a pretty good job. And I mean, pretty good job compared to Sam Howell, right? And I think if you look at the other quarterbacks out there, he actually did a better job than some quarterbacks that are higher power rankings than the Arizona Cardinals. Like, what more do we have to do? We put 6 sacks. Our defense put 6 sacks on that Washington Commanders team, and we're just continuing to be disrespected, left and right. So let's see what happens here heading into week 3. I don't think this is ever going to change. Now, let's be honest here. The schedule gets a lot worse for the Cardinals. This might be one of the most winnable games for the Arizona Cardinals heading into week 2, because right after this game, we got the Cowboys. We got the 49ers. We got the Bengals. We got the Rams that we can never seem to beat. And then we got the Seahawks, another division game. So the next 4 to 5 games are going to be an absolute... It's going to be hard. It's going to be a tough, fought, hard battle for the Arizona Cardinals to really kind of claw their way back into, being relevant in the NFL again. Now, I don't know what the plan is for Kyler Murray, when he's coming back, when he's not coming back. But man, I'm just going to come out here and say this right now. If Kyler Murray comes back and we're like 0-6, it's going to be such a tall task to ask Kyler Murray to come in here and say, save us from what we put ourselves into, right, as an Arizona Cardinal organization. Now, I have said coming into the season that I would be happy with the Arizona Cardinals just fighting, right? Putting their effort in this, but we got to get a win. We have to. I'm not going to be happy about an 0-6, but we're moral victories. No, we got to win some of these games. And I think, honestly, the Giants game is the most realistic team for us to actually get a win here, because the Cowboys, the 49ers, and the Bengals, just those 3 games after, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the Arizona Cardinals to come in here and come out with the win there. So, yes, I agree. We're in rebuilding. We're in absolutely strip this thing down the rebuilding, but we still got to win games, right? We got to take moral victories where we can get them, but we still need to get actual victories in 2023 season. So let's see what happens, continuing to see what happens with the Arizona Cardinals moving into the rest of the 2023 season. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the Arizona Cardinals, right, heading into week 2 or just the 2023 season in general? Do you think we're getting too much disrespect? Do you feel like we're getting just enough disrespect? Or do you think that we deserve the disrespect? Let me know here in the comments below. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, have a great rest of your day and go Cards.